Sooners will kick this away to start us off. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Florida State Seminoles offense trots out there to open this game. And the focus, of course, on this quarterback, Kirk. This guy just has the it factor. He is him, as they say.
Well, Chris, we've had a chance to watch this guy closely all year, and I don't know if I've ever seen a kid throw the football like this guy. His awareness in and out of the pocket is special. He's a unique quarterback and a really dynamic player.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. They'll tackle him at the 27. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. The Noles will bring their punt team on the field now. The fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Oklahoma Sooners offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. This wide receiver, Kirk, is so dynamic. It puts a lot of pressure on the corners, and frankly, the safeties are going to have to get involved in coverage today, right?
Yeah, the free safety is going to be tempted here to make plays, but this quarterback has a favorite target. He comes up with most of the 50-50 balls. Expect to see plenty of double coverage and help from this free safety today.
Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up. Handoff from the shotgun. The gain moves the ball to a 34. That run sets up a critical 3rd down play. The quarterback's got it on the option. Pitch to the back. They've got him behind the line. The option doesn't work at all. The Sooners will send their punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. And here's the return. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. When the flag is out before the snap, the defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time. Defense. Offense will take the penalty, move them a little farther away from their own goal line. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Quick pressure. They've got him down for a sack.
I think the zone blitz is really tough for the college quarterbacks to pick up. A lot of times you see blitz, you think man-to-man. This time they zone blitz, sit back in soft coverage. Quarterback hesitated just a moment, which allowed the linebacker to get home for the sack.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Noles. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. Kirk, what in the world was going on the defensive side on that play?
Wow, what was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
And now they'll set up for the point after. And it's 7-0 after the BAT. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. Bringing pressure. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. They'll give it to the back. moves the ball up to the 30. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Scanning the field, it's Perkins. Looks left and finds his target there. And the gain just good enough for a first down. The Sooners come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Back in motion now. Looking for the wideout. And he's got it. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48. First and 10 play coming up. Handoff here from the shotgun. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. Oh, a reverse. Fighting him off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. They look to throw it here on second down. Receiver makes the catch to get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Fires it to the wideout. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way, can they catch him? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
And they'll take over first and 10.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. 4 receivers on the field for this second and inches. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. And he's brought down, but they move backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. And someone moved just a bit too early, and it cost him 5 yards.
False start.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Cannot escape it. Down he goes. The Seminoles will bring their punt team onto the field. And this drive moves backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking to throw. It's Perkins. On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
A loss of 8 yards on the play. Second down coming up.
Tough spot here. Second and long from the 16. Now the play fake, he'll look to throw it. It's a short completion to the tight end. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage. So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And the ball to the ground. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
You know, with wide receivers, we get enamored with their size and their speed and their versatility and their ability to make plays after the catch. But none of those things are more important than taking care of the ball. He makes the catch, but he doesn't secure the football, and it's a fumble.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. He's got it near the end zone. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Florida State.
Number 4 with the catch and score.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Florida State, 14.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. That fumble in the last possession set up a touchdown. Can they bounce back from that costly error here? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. Looking to throw. It's Perkins. Looking right. This one caught. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. That completion sets up a 3rd down play. And the wideout goes in motion. They'll try the option play here. Pitch play to the back. And they bring him down, but not before he picks up the first. Good execution on the option. And the Sooners with 1st and 10 here. He hands it to the back. He's found some room at the 45. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
What a long run for a touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. The extra point, they're down 14-7 now. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Return begins inside the 10. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Short connection to the tight end here.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
1st down and 10 now. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And the pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10 here. And they'll give it to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Drop him back. They're going to throw for the first down. Dumps it down to the back. Caught. A big play moves the ball across midfield to the opponent's 43. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it down the left sideline for a huge gain. Touchdown, Seminoles. This offense really clicking.
Chris, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver here is exceptional. Great route here to sell that post to the inside and then break it off to the corner. And the quarterback anticipates it well, puts it on the money for that touchdown.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Florida State, 21.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Oh, what a move to break into the clear. Tackle is finally made, but the offense will set up now at the 44. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Oh, and a flag before the snap. Looked like the defense jumped into the neutral zone there.
Neutral zone instruction. Defense.
Offense accepts the penalty, moves them a little farther from their own end zone. Penalty sets up a 1st down and 5. He hands it off from the gun. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. As we break for the quarter, Kirk, Florida State is on top. Solid performance so far, creating some separation. Here's the first quarter stats. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. Important 2nd down play coming up. Quick throw caught on the left side. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone. The Sooners will line up on 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Offense now operating in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Perkins. Finds an open target on the left side. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. 2-back set, quarterback flanked by the backs. 1st down, looking to throw the football. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Past the 20. Return, a pick 6. Touchdown, Knowles. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick 6, a devastating play. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, I think I could hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
And here comes the offense back out on the field now. Looking to throw it on 1st down. It's a quick grab. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. And the Knowles will line up here on 1st down and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. Now it's a 4-touchdown lead, 35-7. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. Second after their defense cannot stop him short of the mark. So one play, moves the ball to the 38. It'll be first down.
Good enough for
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
it's enough.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier. Now it's 3rd and long for this offense. Football right at midfield. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to his target. It's caught downfield. They finally get him down at the 10-yard line. Sets up a 1st and goal. What a play.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
The offense sets up in scoring position with a new set of downs. To throw, it's Perkins. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Chris, remember in college football, it's just 1 foot down to be able to count for a touchdown. Does a great job towards the back line there. Doesn't go out of bounds. Goes up into the air and gets that 1 foot down. That's good. That's a score.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. PAT is good. They cut into the lead. It's 35-14. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 12. Coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. And he's brought down, but that strong, stiff arm helped him to a first down.
My gosh, this receiver is outstanding. A huge play for this Florida State offense. And I tell you, you and I have been coming into Tallahassee a long time. We've seen some great receivers. Guys like Johnny Wilson, most recently, a big, tall target. Anquan Bolden could do everything. Maybe one of my favorite players of all time, Peter Warrick. And going back to Fred Biletnikoff, played, of course, in Florida State.
Keeping it on the ground here. Gets into space at the 50. And an explosive gain moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 42. The Noles getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. First down, looking to throw the ball. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
There's a nice play by this defense after giving up a huge gain. They're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
Pass protection, a serious issue. Another sack makes it 2nd and long. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, he misfires again, 3 in a row. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And that will extend their lead even further.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. And now the handoff. Great cut there. And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. Second down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
And that's a first down.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. It's Perkins. Catch made over the middle. And he's tackled after the catch. Crucial third down play right here. They're going to run it. Mack gets the carry. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The Sooners bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. Oh, it landed at the 7 and bounced into the end zone for a touchback. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They'd love to stretch the lead here with a touchdown. Had to settle for 3 last time. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete. That play makes it 2nd and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. He's stopped, but he gets a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Using the ground game here, tailback has the handoff. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker. Lets it go quickly. Oh, that one's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
Offense is back on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Looking to pass. It's Perkins. Throws a rocket toward the right side. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. And the Sooners looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Oh, and he can't come up with the catch in the end zone. It's going to be second down now. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Makes a quick catch. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This quarterback on fire today. Let's see if this scorecard can breathe a little bit of life into this team.
Now, I know it's only one touchdown, but it could go a long way in changing just the tone of this game, especially once we get into the second half.
Comes the point after attempt. And it's good. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. And he pulls in the catch. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Caught quickly. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Second down after that completion. Quarterback drops back. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looks into the running back, but he's got work to do. The Seminoles will line up to boot it away. And he boots it high into the air. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Timeout is called. A duck strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Scanning the field, it's Perkins. Down he goes, a sack. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there, wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. And now it's a very high kick straight up in the air. Returner decides to fair catch this. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. But just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's fourth down. And the Seminoles will bring their punt team onto the field. And now it's a high kick. He hit it straight up. Fair catch made at the 35. Just time enough for one more play in the half. On first and 10, looking to throw. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And it's incomplete. They took a shot there. What will be the final play of the quarter. Meta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
And the Noles will kick this away to begin the second half. Turn begins inside the 10. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Snags a quick throw. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3. The Sooners hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. They'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. And he'll pick up the first down. Stopped at the 27. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They'll give it to the running back. Running with purpose. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle.
Second down.
It's a run to the left. And he's brought down, but it's a first down spotted near the 41. And the Sooners pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Fights off a defender. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. To throw, it's Perkins. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down. The Sooners will line up to kick it away. Back out to punt for the 4th time today. Fair catch made at the 20. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. They'll run it from the gun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They go backwards on first down, so it's second and long from the 19. The shotgun running play call. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Out of bounds, but not before a big game. This offense is ripping the defense apart today.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Now it's second down here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough 4th down decision? Let's it fly to the wideout. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down. The Noles will line up to punt it away. On the kick now for the 5th time today. And it's blocked. The pressure produces a very poor kick here. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? They're going to run the option. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. Second down play coming up. Here's a handoff on a counter. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. First down here for this offense. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. Back to pass. It's Perkins. The pocket breaking down. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Now, the offense trying to go play action there, but how about the big man in the middle? This defensive tackle showing you he's athletic as well. Gets to the quarterback, comes up with a big sack.
That sack makes it third down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. This will be about a 53-yard attempt. Let's see if he can get it there. He missed it. The deficit remains 17 points off the miss.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Off the 53-yard miss, the offense sets up at the 36 to start the drive. He'll hand it off. Breaking free at midfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The Seminoles will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Seminoles. And this one is getting ugly.
This receiver is putting on a show today. That is 3 trips to the end zone already. And based on how this defense is playing against him, this may not be the last time we see him in the end zone today.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the return from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. Quick throw misses his mark there. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, it's second down. As the first down is still going. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. That run good for a first down. The offense still rolling.
First down for the offense.
Running through the tackle. He's swarmed by the defense. Here's the second down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And that stiff arm will help earn him the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32. The Sooners starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And the quarterback keeps it here. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. And the Sooners looking to cash in this red zone trip. They'll run it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Getting set. Here's second down.
Brings up second down.
Here's the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Got to do something here on third down to get back in range. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. So a field goal attempt coming up now. And it's good right down the middle. There's a flag down. If it's on the defense, wouldn't be enough for first down yard. Kick to go. Take the 3 points. Cannot make contact with a kicker like that. Costly special teams penalty gets the offense back on the field. To the air, it's Perkins. And it's incomplete and a very quick throw. Offense facing second and goal. And he drops back in the gun. He's running up, nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Makes a quick grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Here comes a handoff. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up. And it's a bunch formation. It's a quick grab. That's a quick tackle, but they pick up solid yardage on that short throw. Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? Receiver makes the grab. Brought down at the 46, good enough for a first down. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. The shotgun handoff here. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or they check him out. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback keeps the football. He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. An inside give now from the shotgun. Not much on that play. Brought down short. And as we wrap up the third quarter, let's check out the quarterback comparison. This has been a terrific duel. Both guys putting on a show so far today. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now. And the Noles want to convert here on fourth down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. The Noles looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal. First and goal, handoff. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. It's a second and goal play for the offense. Off play action, he's looking to throw. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. The offense facing a third and goal from a long way away. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Touchdown, Knowles. And the beatdown continues.
Great job here by the play caller going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. It's very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Bringing it out, it's Harper. Be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. They kicked a field goal in the last drive. They're looking for the end zone this time. Bruce at the sideline steps out after a short gain. Short completion there. Second down coming up. Now the defense appeared to jump before the snap, and the flag comes out.
Encroachment. Defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to the penalty. That's good news for the offense. Important second down play coming up. To the air, it's Perkins. Finds his target, and it's complete. They get it down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. Drive stays alive with that first down completion. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. The pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Looking to chuck it again. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Airing this one out toward the sideline. The catch is made for a huge pickup. He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, you can tell that this play caller, the offense coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play.
See if they can convert the point after. And he knocks it right through. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they've got the returner corralled. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. You take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And there's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Crucial third down play coming up. Somebody up there got a little too antsy at the line of scrimmage.
False start. Offense.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Important third down play coming up. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting fourth down and inches. The Seminoles will have to kick this away. Here's the punt, high in the air. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He dumps it off to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Pass complete. It's second down now. Back to throw. It's Perkins. He's hit just before the throw. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44. That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now. The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. It's an out route, the catch made. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. He finds the running back for a 4th down catch. No, they've stopped him short. The defense with a big 4th down play to protect this lead late in the game. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the offense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about.
Holding. Offense.
Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. 2nd down after that previous play. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the 1st down. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, defense comes up with a big sack. Interesting call for the offense here, going with a 3rd and long play action. Really not fooling anybody there with that flash fake, and the defense easily gets to the quarterback.
And the Seminoles will have to punt this one away. And he boots it high into the air. This one will be fair caught. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Makes a quick catch. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense?
Brings up 2nd down.
To throw, it's Perkins. Caught quickly. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a 1st down. A new set of downs after that completion.
And that's a 1st down.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking for the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through his offense through the air. The Sooners come up to the line in a hurry-up.
Is another 1st down for the offense.
Trying to run it. It's Harper. The junior able to bring him down quickly. 2nd down after that run on the previous play.
2nd down coming up.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Catch made by the tight end. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he cannot escape. The defense with a sack. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Can't connect downfield. Incomplete, and a turnover on downs. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here.
Well, we've got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the 4th quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And that's the 2-minute warning. And this offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Breaks loose at the 40. That is a huge play. Finally brought down at the 46-yard line.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now it's second down here.
Second down.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Obviously a high-scoring game, Kirk. They just couldn't match the other guys score for score, and they come up short.
Yeah, Chris, I think we knew coming into this one there'd be a lot of points scored. It would likely be a back-and-forth type of football game, and it certainly didn't disappoint, but ultimately that defense just couldn't get the stops that they needed.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.